Hello, Merry Christmas! So, the last clip you probably would have seen would have been of, or the last set of clips, would have been of us in Koblenz. We really wanted to go up on the cable car, and that was now, I think, our third time being there. And the first time we went, I couldn't go because I had activities on. The second time we went, we were gonna go, and then the weather was too bad, so the cable car was closed. And then the third time I was there, which was last time, it was a Saturday, so I thought I wouldn't be able to go at all, but at least Shabbat goes out early, so I was able to go around 5:30 after dark, or after it got dark. And I loved the cable car. I thought it was going to be faster than it was because I'd been advertised it as being one of the fastest in Europe, and it wasn't that fast. But I love heights, and I love that that feeling of being in a cable car and all that. And you go over the river, so seeing the water below you, I really enjoyed it. And then when you looked behind you, you saw all the lights of the city, so I loved that as well. But then we got to the top, and what we didn't realise was that there was a Christmas garden there, which I did know, but we didn't realise that that was the only thing there. I thought there was a fortress up there that we'd be able to see without paying extra, but maybe because it was dark. To be fair, because it was dark, we didn't really know where we were going or what we were doing. But we walked in one direction and they said, no, you need tickets for this. So we were like, right, okay. And because it was the weekend, we had to pay more money. So it was about, I think, €21.50, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a bit of a letdown, if I'm being honest. I loved the pretty lights. I really, really did enjoy that, but it just was not worth €21. It was worth maybe €5. I think even if I'd spent 10, I probably would have been a bit like, is this really worth it? But I would have felt a bit better about it. But it really was not worth 20. So that was a bit disappointing. But as I say, I enjoyed the cable car, and that was free for us because TUI gives us tickets. It's just a shame that we then spent €20 on a Christmas garden, which wasn't really worth it, but that's okay, it happens, and at least it was all I paid in cash, so it was tip money, so I don't feel like I wasted my own money, if that makes any sense. And now it is Christmas, and to be honest, it's not been a very Christmassy day. I put on a film this morning, and then we did a Christmas jumper competition, which was good, but that's been it really, and now I've just put another film on. We're in Dusseldorf, but we're really far out, so we're not near the centre at all, and I've just not felt very festive. I do want to show you the view from my cabin though, because I love the water. It's actually slowed down a little bit now, but it was going so fast before. It's still going pretty fast, but it's slowed down a little. Let me turn around the camera and open the door and show you. I've really enjoyed being in this cabin so far. I've loved the view, I've loved having a window that opens and I open it every night. I've loved the bed, I've loved the bathroom, the shower, oh my goodness, the toilet! The things that make you happy. But anyway, I'm now off for the rest of the afternoon until 7 o'clock, which is quite nice. It's about 3 o'clock now, 4 o'clock maybe? It's probably 3:30. So I'm currently editing a video. I've been editing loads, which is nice. And I've also been focusing a lot on my uni stuff, and I feel a lot better. I never came back to that, actually. I know I spoke about it in the last few vlogs, and then I didn't sort of do another update. But I feel a lot more confident with it now. I figured out a bunch of stuff. And I just needed to get started with it, and I needed to not worry about the texts as much. I think that was what was overwhelming me. And instead I just started finding videos and started working on the actual project and figuring out which bits of information I already had and what I was missing. And that's made a big difference. So I feel so much better about that. And I'm definitely not done with it yet, but it's a significant step up. And the draft that was due on the 8th is now no longer an actual draft that they want. They just want an even smaller version, like a 5-minute version. And they don't want the actual PowerPoint, they just want to hear your points. So on the one hand, I'm a bit annoyed about that because I was kind of relying on the feedback of handing in a full draft. But on the other hand, it means I don't need to stress quite as much. And what I'm going to do instead is just try and book in a tutorial where I go through it with my tutor in depth and then see if there's anything I need to add before the end of January. So that takes a lot of pressure off me, which is really nice. My laptop is like that because I was in the middle of editing it, and when I'm leaving to do something, which I had to go do something just now, I tilt it upwards, so because people always told me don't leave your laptop on the bed, so that's my solution, because the bottom is where the air comes out. Anyway, I think that's all for now. I think later on I might eat some of that chocolate that I made in Bonn however many weeks ago, and I think if and when I do that, I will pull out the camera. But for now, that's where I'm gonna end this part of the vlog. I'll see you probably quite soon. Goodbye! I'm currently in the process of editing the video I was just talking about, and I am about to eat my chocolate, which is actually why I pulled you out. But as I'm editing it, I realised I totally forgot that I did film a couple of very short clips when we were in Bonn yesterday, and we went out for a coffee and literally everything was shut, everything was silent, it was so quiet, it was amazing. So those were the clips as well that I didn't label or anything from yesterday. And now it is chocolate time. Yes. Hello, it is finally time to have the chocolate. Now, as you can hear and see, some bits didn't quite stick on, so I'm gonna flip it. I've got another little plate here just in case. Is this a bad idea? This might be a bad idea. And then I'm just gonna open it. Oh no, that was a bad idea. I can feel the hot chocolates come out now. Ah! Oh, it smells good though. Ah, that was such... Oh, this is cool! Hold on. I don't know what the best solution is to this, but... So the thing that's cool... Hold on. Is that... Obviously this is my chocolate, but on the back it says something. I can't read it properly. I hope that shows up on camera. So that's cool. But my goodness, this is messy. Oh no. It's my fault for putting so much stuff in it. Now, the only reason I put white in there was because I was going to share it with my cruise director, but they've gone now. So I'm going to start with the white, because I think it's the one I'm going to like the least. Although it's covered in so much other stuff that I don't really think that's going to be a problem. I don't like eating in my bed. Now, I was going to try and break it off, but I'm not convinced. I might just have to bite into it. Okay, here goes. That's really nice, actually. That was mainly plain chocolate, but it's really thick. I don't know if you can see that, which I wasn't expecting. But now let's bite into a bit with actual bits. It's all melting in my hands. That was nice. That was a very nice bite. Now I'm gonna try and get a bit of pretzel. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Right, I think I'm gonna have one more bite and then that's it for now because it's very, very thick. But there's no denying it is tasty. It's actually a lot nicer than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be quite as good quality. I thought they would give us the cheap chocolate, but it's really good. But as I say, it's very, very thick and very sweet, especially obviously because it's the white chocolate I started with. But I love the biscuits that I put in with it. I am now gonna put this away for now, drink some water, and see you whenever I see you next. I'm gonna keep editing the video as well that I am featuring this in. I finally caught up to date with it. And these are staring at me, so I might eat some of those to have some salt to balance the sweet. Although we've got a big meal tonight for Christmas dinner, and that's in about, I think, 2 hours, so we'll see. Anyway, that was all. Goodbye. Hello, my hair is a mess, the lighting is terrible, but it's all fine, whatever. So, first of all, just as I was about to start the evening entertainment, my cruise director came and brought me this, which I think is so cool. And apparently it's made by the same factory that I went to and had my chocolate from, so more chocolate! But I can probably actually break these bits off and eat it, which is good. And it is now past 11 o'clock, and I still haven't given my Christmas gifts to my 2 colleagues because I kept waiting to find them individually because for my musician I've got a little bit more because my mum bought him some stuff. But I think what I might do is leave the thing for the cruise director with a post-it note on their desk, and then the thing for my cruise director, no, not my cruise director, my musician outside their cabin also with a post-it note. So I got them each a chocolate letter, which is from me, and then my mum, not knowing what drinks my musician liked, bought him both of these. And these were good because they were a good travel size, or thing to travel with. So I think I'm gonna go and do that now, and I will see you later. Or not, maybe not, I don't know. So the thing that I forgot to mention earlier that I also wanted to mention, I've gone and dropped those things off, by the way. I love that my camera just fixes the lighting for me. I'm such a fan of that. I will at some point make a video about the camera and everything, but I'm still busy with all my New Year's videos, so it will come one day. I've got that, and then I've also got river cruise videos I want to make that aren't vlogs, so oh no, I'm caught. But stick around on this channel, subscribe if you want to, and those things will come in due course. But yes, the thing I forgot to mention earlier, I have just forgotten again. Well done, Raquel. 10 out of 10. Well, while I try and think about it, I'm going to bring you to the bathroom so I can get the makeup off. I remember now. The thing I wanted to mention was that I, tonight, had another few comments about how nice I looked in this thing. And this is now probably the 4th week or so that I've worn it. And the 4th week that I've got really positive feedback about it, and people saying that I look really fancy, and in a good way though, like I'm supposed to be fancy. So that kind of makes me lean towards keeping it, even though I really don't know when I would wear it, aside from when I'm forced to. Although I wasn't forced to tonight and I chose to wear it, so maybe there will be opportunities. And it does fit. It's so clever because I think it's a size 14 or something like that, or a large, which is not my size. I am small, I am very small. Although to be fair, occasionally with one pieces I do need to size up, but not usually to a 14. I'm usually about an 8 to 10, like I am really small. So the fact that this fits me, and like fits me quite well, is a miracle. It's not long, because it's such a clever piece of clothing, because I can adjust the back. So I can lift it up, even though it would be much longer otherwise. I can just tie it and make it fit my legs. And the belt goes exactly where I want it to on my waist. And even this flimsy bit hasn't been annoying me as much now. The only thing I did do today was drop a knife on me and got some cranberry sauce on, but I'm hoping that will go away in the wash. I have a feeling the laundry people here always use some sort of vanish type thing, stain remover, because my clothes always come back spotless. And don't get me wrong, I don't have many stains on my clothes, but occasionally there'll be things that I guess I'm aware of, and they just seem to be all much, I don't know, there's something about the way they wash clothes on this ship that just fixes all my clothes. I have to say, I am very grateful to my mum for buying these for me, because I said I didn't need them, and I didn't, and I wouldn't have bought them if it wasn't for her. But having them does save me a lot of time and effort, so I do appreciate that. So if you're watching, thank you. She does occasionally watch. So those are my thoughts and feelings and everything. The way I unpacked, by the way, my hair is gorgeous, I know. The way I unpacked when I came into this cabin was to leave all the things I want to throw away out on this top thing so I can always see them. So this is one of them, so I'm gonna pop that on. The lipstick is another, I just had it down there because I was wearing it. I've got the hand cream, this thing, perfume it's called, my dear. Fairy dust powder from Lush. And I have my oil out here, although I do think I'm going to keep that, even though it's about half full, but it's lasted me so long. And I don't really feel like there is a reason for me to get rid of it. Actually, before I do this, I'm going to brush my teeth, which you don't need to see. So I am going to probably end this vlog here. It might be a little bit shorter than my most recent ones. I think they've all been about half an hour long, but I feel like this is a good place to end it. We've got Christmas Day. Unless some exciting things happen tomorrow, which I'm not expecting, this is where we're going to call it. So thank you very much for watching. As always, like, subscribe, feel free to comment if you have any questions about river cruising or anything like that, because even though I don't know everything, I can help, hopefully. And as I say, I do plan on making a video at some point giving my river cruise tips and that kind of thing. And thank you very much. I will see you all in the next video, or in the next clip, depending on how I actually end up editing this. Goodbye! Right, so obviously I lied in that last clip because you've seen some footage of us sailing and now this, but this is going to be the last clip of this video. Unless something really exciting happens tonight, which it might because I've got my solo cabaret again for the first time in, since the summer, so that's going to be interesting. But we've done loads of sailing today because we've had problems with high water levels, so we ended up going back to Bonn instead of Cologne, which is where we were meant to be going, and instead we left Bonn at 1:45 to go to Rüdesheim. So we're still sailing now, but I just enjoyed having footage of sailing during the day because we haven't had that at all really this season. So I'm happy about that. But as you can tell, the real reason I came on camera is because I've got a crown. Today with dessert. I would argue a day late, but still, we got Christmas crackers and I was a winner. And I won this little puzzle, which I'm very tempted to do. So I might do that in a moment. And obviously, I've got the crown. I'm not going to keep wearing the crown, but I'm happy with it for now. And I also realised, because I found it in my pocket, I forgot to mention yesterday, as I was just walking in the morning, I can't even remember who or what or when this happened, but someone kind of just snuck me a chocolate coin. And I thought it was really cute, not just because, obviously, they thought it was like a Christmas little something for me, which I thought was sweet anyway, but because when we celebrate Hanukkah, which obviously was about 2 weeks ago now, we get coins as well. We have lots of chocolate coins. It's called Hanukkah Geld. Geld is, I'm pretty sure, the Yiddish word for money, but also the German word. So I just thought that was really sweet. So I've still got so much chocolate. I did eat a bit more of my bar today. It's gonna look really beautiful. Ready for this? I ate all the white, and I am enjoying the regular chocolate bits more, but it's still a struggle to eat. But it is very tasty. I'm gonna, I think, film a time lapse of me building this puzzle, and then that will probably be the end. Probably. Unless I do come back tonight. But if I do come back tonight, then that will be the last one. Boxing Day, that's it. Anyway, that's all. Hello, I'm back. I promise, last clip of this video, this is the end. First of all, I know the lighting's not great, but I love the way my hair has dried today after I washed it. I feel like the last 2 or 3 times I've washed it, I've kind of figured out what I need to be doing for it to work. Like, there is minimal frizz and quite a generous amount of curl. So I'm pretty pleased with that, and I'm pretty proud of myself. It's only taken me who knows how many years. The singing set today went, in theory, really, really well. I sung it well, I could hear that I was hitting the notes really nicely, and the feedback was very positive and people applauded really loudly. So you'd think that would tick all the boxes for me to say, yeah, that was a really good set, I'm really proud of that. And yet, something in me just feels like it wasn't. And I don't know why I feel that way. I feel like I should feel a lot more proud and positive. It's not like I feel like I did a bad job, it just feels, I feel indifferent about it, which is really strange. But I suppose that's a good thing, I suppose. I didn't really warm up or prep or anything, so maybe that's why, I don't know. It's just very strange. But life is strange. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching this whole thing, even though I kept saying last clip, and it was never the last clip. This is the last clip. I'm going to end this video here now. I had a bunch of other stuff I wanted to do today that I never got round to, but I've got a pretty chill morning tomorrow, actually a pretty chill day tomorrow. I am hoping to speak to my parents, but that's the only real thing on my list, and I need to film an audition. But hopefully that shouldn't take very long. I've done most of the prep, so I should be all right with it. And it's not a lot I need to perform, but potentially I will start a new, well, anyway, I'm going to start a new vlog. It might start tomorrow, it might start on a different day. Who knows? But that is all from me for this vlog. Thank you very much again, and I will see you all very, very shortly in the next one. Goodbye!